Hello, welcome back to another short video talking about Phoenix Downs of all things. I never thought we would be talking about Phoenix Downs in a video. I never thought they would actually make changes to Phoenix Downs, let's be perfectly honest. So this is something that is a long time coming, right? The changes to Phoenix Downs. Typically before, you had to be in a party with people. There were various restrictions on where you could use a Phoenix Down, and you could only carry one at one time, which meant that it was very unlike other video games, especially Final Fantasy games of old, where you would have a stack of like 99 Phoenix Downs and you would use them every time somebody died. They have actually changed this, so now they can be used on players outside of your party. That's the first change. They can be used in combat in public areas, so that means anywhere that's classed as a public area, even if you died in Limsa Lominsa, for example, if you use Blue Mage to self-destruct, for example, anywhere like that. Instanced areas such as dungeons, so 4-player dungeons you can use them in. Guild leaves, they will work. 4-player trials, they will work. Treasure map dungeons, such as the brand new one, Vault 1 Iron, which is a lot of fun, by the way. Deep dungeons, so Eureka, Heaven on High, Palace of Dead, the upcoming one as well in 7.35. We got field operations, such as Eureka, and more recently, of course, we have the Occult Crescent and variant mode dungeons. That's what they've listed on the patch notes. Obviously, there are various restrictions on some places. They say the restriction, any duties with restriction on Phoenix Downs will now display that information in their duty finder description. And they say this restriction does not apply to the Guild Leave, Solemn Trinity, and the Trial of the Great Hunt Extreme, which I presume you can also use them in as well. And also they've increased the range on Phoenix Downs as well. Instead of 5 yarms, you can be 15 yarms away from the player you're casting at. The casting time has been increased from 5 to 8 seconds, and it has a 360-second recast timer. So once you've used one of these, it will take you 5 minutes to be able to use another one. This is to prevent you from corpse running your way through a duty, for example. And obviously this shares a recast timer with other medicine items. The other big thing is you can stack these now up to 999 instead of 1. Which means there shouldn't really ever be a big excuse for somebody to not have one. So if you're in a situation such as a field instance where you have no healers around, or red mages, which doesn't really happen that often, and there are people rezzing quite often, especially when there's achievements for rezzing. On that off occasion, you might queue in, there's only a couple of people around, maybe they don't have a healer or somebody who can res. There's a good chance they can use a Phoenix Down now. And the other benefit, obviously, is being able to use them in combat. In terms of where you can get them then, if you want to stack up 999, there are 3 main locations I'll share here in the starting city-states. So Blue Lily, the independent apothecary, over here near the market area, they will sell them. So as you can see, each of your Phoenix Downs will cost you 1,000 gil each. So they're not cheap. And of course, a stack of 99 will cost you just under 100,000 gil. So it's 1,000,000 gil if you want, 999 of them. So bear that in mind. A bit expensive, but it's not too bad, really, depending. So that's the Limsa Lominsa one. If we go to New Gridania, and in New Gridania, if we teleport over to Old Gridania and teleport over to the Shaded Bower and go to the Market District here, the other NPC is just to the left of the entrance here, next to the Retainer Bell. We've got Albgast, which is also apothecary, and as you can see, there's the Phoenix Downs on them as well. And similarly, if we go to Uldar and we go to Uldar, the Steps of Thal, the Market District, and you teleport over here and talk to a character called Rarakia. I think that's how you pronounce that. Rarakira. The other apothecary, you can get Phoenix Downs here as well. There are Phoenix Downs available in Uldar Limsa, Old Gridania. It's places like the Pillars of Ishgard, Idleshire, Kagane, Ralga's Reach, in all 3 Eureka instances, 4 Eureka instances rather, the Crystarium, Yormor, Bosnian Southern Front, Zadnor, Radzathan, Old Sharlayan, Julialal, Solution 9, and the South Horn specifically. I'm sure they'll add other, you know, vendors with Phoenix Downs in the future, but for now it seems to be the apothecaries in particular. But yeah, I don't think there's ever going to be an excuse not to be res now in any of those locations. Obviously, you know, there are restrictions still, but there are a lot less now, and Phoenix Downs do seem to now have a reason to exist outside of the, you know, the small amount of usage that they had before. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. More videos on 7.3 onwards, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.